The earthquakes began quietly. At first, the people thought it was nothing, the shifting of the old mountains, the sigh of the earth. But within days, the tremors reached the sea, and the coastlines of Greece split like broken glass. Fishermen swore they saw shapes rising from the deep, great silhouettes that moved beneath the waves, ancient and slow. In Delphi, Lycus awoke to a world trembling. The cracked altar, where he had dreamed now, glowed faintly in the morning light. He could feel something beneath his skin, a pulse that wasn't his own. Zephyra stood nearby, her eyes fixed on the horizon. "It has begun," she said softly. "The fates have turned their wheel again." Lycus's voice was small. "What is happening to me?" She looked at him with something between pity and awe. "The blood remembers," she said. "You are the bridge, Lycus. Through you, the forgotten ones awaken." He shook his head. "I'm no god. I'm no hero." Zephyra smiled faintly. "Neither were we in the beginning." Across the land, the Immortals began to stir. Ares climbed the black hills above Sparta, where the ghosts of warriors once prayed before battle. As he stood over their graves, the air thickened with the scent of iron and smoke. The rust on his armor began to fade. His limp vanished. Somewhere in the wind, he heard the distant sound of war drums, not from men, but from memory. Athena, far away in the ruins of Thebes, opened her scrolls to find new words written by unseen hands. The ink pulsed, forming a single phrase: "The Titan rises." And Poseidon, kneeling beside the sea that had forsaken him, felt the tides surge for the first time in centuries. The water crashed against the rocks, and for a fleeting moment he saw faces beneath the waves, old, vast, and full of sorrow. Beneath Mount Othrys, the mountain cracked open. The old prison of the Titans, built in the age before gods, split with a roar that shook the heavens. From the fissure rose a hand of stone and flesh, bound in broken iron. Then another, and then he emerged, Kronos, the first king, the one who had swallowed his children to keep his throne. But this was not the monster of legend. The years of silence had hollowed him. His face was ancient, carved with grief, his body scarred from chains that had burned through eternity. His voice, when it came, was a whisper that rolled like thunder. "Where are my sons?" No answer came, only the wind through the shattered mountain. Kronos looked up at the sky, the same sky that once trembled at his name, and saw it pale, cold, indifferent. "You built your world upon my bones," he said softly. "Now you will remember me." In Delphi, Zephyra felt the shift. The air itself seemed to stop moving. She turned to Lycus. "He is free." The young man's hands trembled. "Who?" "The father of gods," she said. "The one who devours time." Suddenly, the sound of wings filled the air, hundreds of black crows rising from the ruins. And from the shadow of the old temple stepped Ares, his armor gleaming once more. "We must fight," he said. Zephyra shook her head. "You cannot fight time." Ares looked at Lycus. "Then he must be hidden. The boy carries the spark." But before Zephyra could speak, the ground beneath them split, a jagged wound in the earth, glowing from below with molten light. The altar cracked apart, revealing a staircase spiraling down into darkness. "The underworld," Zephyra whispered. "Hades has opened the gate." Lycus stared into the abyss. "Why?" "To protect what remains," said a voice from behind them. They turned, and there stood Hades, pale, gaunt, robed in grey, his eyes deep as tombs. "The living world will fall," he said calmly. "Kronos cannot be stopped here, but below his power fades. You must descend, boy. You must take the old flame where time cannot reach." Zephyr stepped forward. "And what of the rest of us?" Hades' gaze did not waver. "You will buy him time." Thunder split the sky. The mountain of Othrys blazed like fire. Kronos walked across the land like a storm-given form, every step tearing open memories of an age when gods ruled without mercy. In the sea, Poseidon rose with his trident and shouted to the waves, summoning the last of his strength. Ares gathered the broken blades of fallen men and forged them anew. Athena called the ravens and wrote new war upon the wind. And Zephyr, the last windborn, took Lycus by the hand and led him toward the dark stair. "You were born for this," she said. He looked at her, fear in his eyes. "Will I return?" She smiled faintly. "Only if the world remembers your name." They descended into shadow, the light of the altar fading behind them. Above, the earth groaned and the sky wept ash. Kronos raised his hands toward the heavens and whispered a single word, one that echoed through time itself: "Reclaim." And the sun began to dim. To be continued in Part 4.